right, since that happened in the video, I got something in the mail. A brand new battery. So big shout out to Backfire. They took care of me like they always do. They've always supported me when I've had an issue with any of my boards. No matter how little it is, their customer service is amazing. And I just wanted to take a moment and say thanks. And now the rest of the video will be how I intended. Just regular ESK8 in Savannah, going to different places, vlogging about it. No more incidents with issues. All right, thanks for watching. And I want to give a special thanks to my fan base. We got Leo, Nala, Valentino, and Cookie Monster. All right, the infield here right next to me is a driving range now, because this outside of this is a golf course. So the original setup of this track was, it was a racetrack in it, and it had a golf course and was going to have homes on the outside of the golf course, with the infield being the driving range. What happened was the 2008 housing bubble popped. A lot of people lost money, the economy tanked, and a lot of home builders stopped building. So I think there's only 2 houses or 2 buildings actually ever built on that. So it never was. Luckily the track did get made, and it does get used. Even if it gets just used for charity stuff, you get some use out of it, which is fun. And it's good for if you come down here to visit, to be able to say that you walked on an actual racetrack. The track's not really well maintained. It is pretty smooth on most parts, but you can see in the video some of the parts are pretty rough. All right, this is the entrance to the pit lane. So if you're coming off that last turn, it's actually a really easy entrance, a nice, pretty long straight pit lane entrance. And you can see the main straight right here on the right. I've been down that straight as a guest in the race car at probably 160 miles an hour. All right, like I said earlier, the golf course is right here behind me and the racetrack's behind me, and this is the Westin Hotel. And we are going to go, I'm going to show you, ooh, big crack. I'm going to show you the convention center, and you can see how close it is. It's right across the river from downtown Savannah. The Savannah River that's right there is literally, there's a ferry that comes every 20 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes I think, and it brings you from the Westin to downtown Savannah back and forth. Now I could have stayed at the Westin because it's a really nice hotel, but I didn't want to have to deal with having to catch a ferry every time I wanted to go get something to eat or go walk around downtown or anything like that. So I stayed on the other side of the river in downtown, so I'd have easy access to everything. Plus, if I want to go somewhere further, I can just jump in the car real easy, and I don't have to cross that bridge over there to get to downtown Savannah or pretty much anywhere else. All right, we're going to start on this end. So down there, that's the Savannah Marriott Riverfront. All of us aviation folks have all stayed in that hotel millions and millions of times, and that's why they give us a great rate, because they're strongly affiliated with aviation. There's the rest of the downtown, and down there on the closer end towards the bridges, the new JW. You see the two stove pipes on top? That's from the original factory. That's where the new JW Marriott is. The gold dome right there, that's City Hall. And I forgot what the other hotel, I think that's the Hyatt, the tall building right there in the middle. And right here next to us, as I drive by you'll see it better, is the Westin. So I'm going to start on this end, and you can see basically literally behind me is the racetrack we were just at, and the Westin and the golf course. On the other side of the river is downtown Savannah. And then on the other side of the racetrack is South Carolina, immediately after the racetrack. Alright, right behind me you see this is the convention center. This is the newer convention center, because there's also a convention center on the other side, a couple blocks from River Street down there. This one's just bigger, I guess. I don't know why they have two convention centers. They've never done anything else with the rest of this land. At one point it looked like they were expanding, and they never did. So, and it's never ever full on this side of the river. All right, I'm stopping right here because I want you guys to see something. All the way down there, that end, right past where that white van is, to right under where this bridge is, right the other side of the bridge, is exactly a quarter mile. Yeah, we measured it. We know it's a quarter mile. When I used to live here, I used to live a quarter mile at a time. Yeah, there's been some testing of speed for the quarter mile, and it is exactly a quarter mile. So I'm not going to tell you where this is. You just have to figure it out. How long do you think it'll take from a Backfire Zealot to do a quarter mile? I think this is the best view I can get you of the bridge from this side of Savannah, from Hutchinson Island. I think Savannah is the busiest port on the East Coast, with the exception of, is it Miami? I think so. Actually, I think it's busier than Miami. For cargo containers, that is. For cargo containers. Miami, of course, cruise ships. But Savannah's definitely got everybody on the East Coast beat, which is surprising. But it's because the ports are so big, and they dredge the water, they dredge the Savannah River so that they can bring bigger ships through here. what are the 3 biggest employers in Savannah? Probably number 1 would be the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army has got 2 bases in Savannah. Well, one's in Savannah, one's actually in Hinesville, the next city over. But they're part of the same base. They're part of the same unit. And then probably Gulfstream Aerospace makes the sexiest, most luxurious, one of the most expensive business jets in the world. And then probably the Georgia ports. The ports here are humongous, and they get everything from every part of the world comes through here and gets distributed throughout the entire United States. So I think somewhere I saw a documentary or a video or something that said Long Beach is number 1 and Savannah's number 2 in the US for imports. Okay, we're gonna do a lap around this track. Because one thing, I went to the car and I realized I didn't do a lap. We're gonna do 1 lap around this track just to see the actual distance. We're gonna use this tire barrier as our reference, point of reference. So we're gonna start here and we're gonna come back right here. See, there's the golf course, there's the back straight, and the tire barrier. This is gonna be our point of reference for start and finish. And we're gonna record it with the Relive app, so we know for sure exactly how far it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Electric.
Okay, 1 lap around here is 1.9 miles according to the app. So una vuelta completa es 1.9 millas. Y yo le hice como 4 vueltas, o eso es como que 4 por 8 millas. Más pasé por aquí, lo usé turbos, o sí, está como bien para la batería. Porque la batería la tengo bien bajita. I mean, battery's really low. And thinking about it, I went around this lap at least 4 times, but then while I was on it, like I think the 3rd time I went back and forth a couple times, and I used turbo a lot, so I probably did use a lot more battery than normal. So if this is 2 miles around and I went around here like 4 times, that's 8 miles. Plus I went to the waterfront, I went to the bridge, I used turbo. So I think that's about right for my battery to be down to 1 bar.